I'm going to talk about my favorite systems. Game Boy. First, we gotta start this all off at the beginning, okay? So, oh, whoops. I accidentally, knocked my camera over. Sorry for that, guys. Let me just get this all out of the way for you. So this is gonna take a minute. Sadly, I don't have the original Game Boy, but this is like the oldest Game Boy I have. It's the Game Boy Color. And you see this is like the lime color. It's like green. And you see this is 1998, I believe. So what you got? You got the up, down, left, right, the BA, select start. On this side you got the power switch, which you push up to turn on, push down, turn off. Then you got the cartridge slot. Just get out the cartridges. And you see there's a cartridge slot where the cartridge is sliding and lock into place. And then yes, it does use AA batteries. Back in the day they didn't have like rechargeable yet. And then you're back. Oh, and then on the side you got you scroll down for volume up and then up for volume down. Yeah, it's kind of weird if you think about it. And then there's your external. Wait, what was it called? Oh yeah, it was called the link cable slot. And then up here you have like an IR sensor, infrared sensor. On the bottom you have your your headphone jack, and then you could like plug it in or something. I don't know. I don't know what this little thing right here is for. But anyway, let's pop in a game. I'm gonna pop in Pokemon. Definitely my favorite game. It's Pokemon Red. I got it like a few days ago, and yeah, it's pretty fun. This is a little bling, and your game loads up. Game Freak. There's Pokemon. See, there's Pokemon right there. You hit continue. You see, I only have one Pokemon, but I'm at level 12 Pokemon. Okay. Oh, and the reason why they have like a little slit in the top right here is because the original Game Boy used to be at the top when you turn it on, and then a piece of plastic would lock it in place so you couldn't remove it during gameplay. I was popping a Game Boy Color. See, it's only like a few colors, not that much. Okay, let's pop in a Game Boy Color game. Just like the only one I have, they don't have the slits. So even if you put this one inside the old Game Boy, you won't be able to turn on, so it won't work. So slip it in and just try it. Yeah, one of my friends actually has an original Game Boy. They're not my grade though. He's an 8th. So yeah, he has an original Game Boy, but I don't have it with me. And plus, he tried the Game Boy Color games out and it didn't work. And he also has the original Advance, but he's not my grade again, so I couldn't get it. Okay, see, a lot of color. Okay, now let's pop in this Rumble Pack. These Rumble Packs do go into the original Game Boy, and the original Game Boy does turn on, but sadly it wouldn't be able to play it. It just says air. Just pop it in. This is like a Rumble Pack. Oh, and there's a battery because there's like a motor right here. There's a motor. There's a AAA battery, not a AA battery. Yeah, all these things and like needed batteries and all that. Hold on. And look, it's like very reflective. Like, see if I shine that light on there. See how it's like reflecting. You see that works. So then after this one, the next one in line came, which was the Game Boy Advance. Sadly, I don't have the original Game Boy Advance, but I do have a Game Boy Advance though. I have the Advanced SP, which the original Advance had no backlight. This is like the first system. Watch. First system with a front light. Watch, I'm going to set it like this so it's easier. See, it's a front light, and you can turn it off and on. Because this is the 001. The 101 would go from this kind of brightness, and then it will go brighter once you press the button. This one you can turn off the brightness if you'd like. So you see, it's very small. You got the L button and the R button. You got your link cable slot. It's a little bit different than the Game Boy Color. And then you got your charger slot. I'll show you that in a second. Then you got your on-off switch. So the same as the Game Boy Color. And this is where the cartridge goes, and the cartridges actually came in smaller sizes. It was about half the size of the original Game Boy game, and you see it's really small. Oh, and they sometimes come in white because that's video. It's Game Boy Video, like plays the whole movie or show or whatever you have. And then right here you have the volume slot. It's kind of like a slider button. And yes, it does have the flip design. It's kind of like a cell phone thing. You're up, down, left, right, B, A, and select start. But the L and R buttons were new buttons. And then there's your backlight button. Okay, now the charger. Just get that real quick. It's gonna take me a minute, so just hold on. Trying to get the charger out for you guys. Come on, you're tangled up in a little bit of cordages, so that's why it's taking me so long to get the Game Boy charger. Here's the charger right here. See, this is where you plug into the wall, and the charger, it looks kind of odd. There's the charger. It's kind of odd, as you can see. See, I'll plug this in for you. Just hold on a second. This is, here it goes. When you plug it in, the light comes on. There you go. And this thing is actually backwards compatible. You can put an original Game Boy game in there and it'll work. And then you can put a Game Boy Color game and it'll work. You could also put the Rumble packs in there and they'll work. Okay, so I'm going to pop in Pokemon Red, the game I've been working on. Move these games a little bit. Now you see, that's the original size of the Game Boy screen. Then if I left click, it stretches it, basically. Makes it like easier for me for some reason. My eyes are just... Oh wait. And it has better audio. Has no headphone jack compared to the Game Boy Color that does. Yeah, the original Game Boy Advance does have a headphone jack, so you can turn it off, turn it on. See, that works. It's only a little bit colors. It's not really that much color. Okay, now let's pop a Game Boy Color game in. This is Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, by the way, which is basically the original Super Mario for the SNES. I mean, not SNES, the original NES. Stretch it. It has a lot of colors. And then it does play Rumble packs too. Watch. It sticks out way more though. Yeah, and it does rumble too. I'll show you that in a minute. Man, it took them forever. Sorry for all the click noise. Ready? Yeah, it rumbles. Okay, now let's put a Game Boy Advanced game in there. I'm gonna put in Donkey Kong Country. Okay, pop it in here. See, it fits quite flush. And yeah, let's turn it on. See, it's already stretched screen size. You see, there you go. Donkey Kong Country. Okay, and then the next one that came in line. Oh, and this thing did have a rechargeable battery. I think I already mentioned that. The next one that came in line was the DS. Sadly, I don't have the original DS with me, but I do have this one, which is very similar. This is the DS Lite, and the cartridges became even more smaller. It's like half the size of the Game Boy Advance game. I'm going to show you that in a second. Get all these out here. Yeah, I have a lot of DS games. I have a lot of them. Yeah, clear these Game Boy games out of here because I have a lot of DS games. I think I have one in this. I don't have one in the system. Never mind. Yeah. Pulling them all out. It's taking me a minute because I have a lot. Now you see, here's the DS. It still has the flip design. And see, it has the volume right there. It has the headphone jack and there's a microphone slot. And this base part, oh, and here's the bottom of it. There's the battery right there, the battery cover, and it has a stylus too. Inserts right there. this base part right here actually does come out. Okay, and it goes right back in too. Okay, let's go to the side. Well, on this side, it's just blank. Yeah, I got the red one. Yeah, this one's red, but they come in a lot of different colors. Same with the Game Boy Color and Advance SP. Here's your slide switch, and there's your stylus. Now, go to the back. It has the L button and the R button. It has a charger and the DS game card slot, which will lock into place. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's go back to the front. Now, the flip design still has as up, down, left, right, B, A, select, start, and they added 2 new buttons, Y and X. Okay. And the charger. Let me get that for you. It's gonna take me a minute. Actually, it's gonna take me like a second. It's probably more than a second now. Here's the charger. Plugs in right there, and then there's the USB. You might think that's a micro USB, but pretty sure these were around before micro USBs were even around. See? Plugs in right here. Just plug this into my wall outlet. Okay. And then you see? There's the orange light to indicate that it's charging. Okay. Now, see, it does play DS games, because it's a DS, why would it not? You see, this is New Super Mario Bros., but if you get in a washing machine, that will happen. You see, insert's right there. Oh, and if you get, like, I have, like, a special game. I only have one special game, though. Like, if you get this special game, like Guitar Hero On Tour, some games will actually come with accessories. Like, for example, this thing right here, this is a guitar grip that you would plug in to the bottom slot, and you see, you could, like, play it, and then it comes with a pick, too. So that game comes with a special accessory. Now, what the bottom slot right here, this bottom piece comes out, and there's a main reason for that. It plays Game Boy games, but it only plays Game Boy Advance games. You see how these, like, there's these little cutouts right here, compared to an original Game Boy game or Game Boy Color game, how there's no cutouts. Sadly, that won't fit in. But Game Boy Advance game will fit in. See, it does stick out a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. Let's turn this on and see what it's like. Oh, and it does have 2 screens, so I'm going to try to hold it like as best I can like this. Oh, whoop. Let me restart it. I've got to turn up the volume for you. And it now has 2 speakers instead of 1, by the way. See, this is load New Super Mario Bros. or load GBA game. I'm going to go in the GBA game. You can set it to the top screen or bottom screen, doesn't matter. A little Game Boy thing. And there you go, the game starts up. Okay, let's pop this out. And this thing right here is just a dust cover. I'm going to slide that back in. This one has a brighter screen than the Advanced SP. Okay, let's turn it on and see what New Super Mario Bros. Does. Okay. See, New Super Mario Bros. Is a little bit different. Right here, I'm going to play as Luigi. Told you. Hit LRA, goes to Luigi. Okay, now we're going to talk about the next one in line. Well, actually, I don't have a few of them. Well, the DSi was next after the DS Lite, but I don't have a DSi. I used to, but it completely died on me. So, and then the next one in line was the 3DS. I don't currently have the regular 3DS or 3DS XL. I have the new 3DS XL, but mine currently has a turn-on problem. So I'm going to be borrowing my father's. He has the Galaxy one, the 3DS, and the cartridges actually got a little bit more weirder. They're the same size as the DS cartridge, but here is the main difference. Actually, there's one in here. Look, you see? It has that little thing right there. See, inserts right here. And sadly, you can't play any more of these. Yeah, it doesn't play Game Boy Advance. And you can play Game Boy Color, but you have to download these, okay, off the App Store. Okay, now let's open it up. You have some new controls. You have bigger screens, obviously, because it's an XL. You have up, down, left, right. You have a circle stick. You have another C stick. You have an A, B, Y, X, and then start select. And you have also a home button, too. Okay? And then there's the front of it, where you insert the cartridge. Oh, and this thing, yes, this thing right here does play DS games. For example, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. You just slip it in there, and it plays it. I'm just gonna... Oh, where's that cartridge I just had? Hold on a minute, guys. There it is. Just slip it back in there. There's your headphone jack slot. Oh, and no, I didn't forget to mention it. There's a stylus. It's a little bit of a redesigned stylus. Then there's your power button. It's actually on the bottom. On the regular 3DS, it'd be inside when you open the thing. There's your 3D switch. Yes, it has volume switch right here. And then a 3D switch right here. Okay. And then let's check this side. Really nothing. And then there's like an IR sensor. And then there's a charger slot, which I'll show you the charger. This thing actually I don't think has any charge. So I'll have to plug it in. And my 3DS doesn't turn on sometimes. It's very hard to get it to turn on. So that's why I'm using my father's. So here's the end that plugs it in. And then it's a little bit different DS Lite. Let's plug this in. I have to unplug one of these chargers. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Now let's plug it in. You see? There's the red light. Okay. So yeah. Let's turn this thing on, shall we? This is my dad's, not mine. Yeah, you see it's red because it's dead, but usually it'd be blue if it wasn't. Yeah, there's some audio right there. So let's see. Let's insert Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars for DS. See what it does. So it won't allow you to use the home button, but all the other controls will work. Okay. So you see, it does work. Like if you try to go to the home menu, you'd have to close out the whole game. Like, watch. You see? Right there. Okay? And then, wait for it to close out. And I'll show you what a 3DS game does. This thing has a brighter screen. Bought this 2017. Yeah, and the 3D doesn't work on a DS game. 3D. That's loud a little. See, 3DS game does work. So that is my video. That is my video of from the Game Boy Color to the 3DS. Okay? I hope you guys have a good day today. Bye.